And we're live. Hi, welcome.
Are we live?
We're live,
Are
yes.
Are we?
Nice. Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
No, wait. Not just kidding.
Listen.
Let's do another countdown just to be
Not
safe.
on your last
Yes.
game, Dan. Not on your last game.
Whoa, spoilers.
You won't make it out alive.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that's one way to do it.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about story.
Yeah, you will take care of you.
Oh, yeah, we'll take care of it. It's fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Welcome to The Forsaken, episode 125. Where I'm playing around with filters this evening. So you got,
that's a
you got
filter?
Bearded Stephanie.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a Snapchat filter. Yeah.
Way to
I thought you were just,
break the
doing your
illusion.
part.
If she could grow a beard that fast, we'd be in trouble. Okay.
All of
Nothing
you would
wrong
be
with
in
that.
trouble.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, let me get this up here and summaries. All right. So, welcome viewers, welcome players. Glad to have you here. Let me try. Well, I'm trying to get my shit together. If anyone wants to roll, well, not everyone, but the players roll inspiration. Just put it in the Zoom chat.
We're
deny
roll
everyone.
for inspiration.
What?
I was telling Veroth to
Oh,
roll for inspiration.
oh yes, Faroth, you can roll for inspiration if you really want
Everyone
to.
can
I
roll.
guess it's fine.
I mean, what?
Yeah, everyone put it in the Twitch chat.
I'm
or
just
Snapchat
finding
chat.
some music. Yeah, we'll stick with
Just
that.
get that
one for
natural
right now.
20 out now.
It's a nice, calm thing.
Nice, very
All right.
nice.
Oh, Varath got a 7. Great.
Nice, we're off.
All right. Let me read the recap for last week's episode of The Forsaken, episode 124. Finishing up their investigation in Relesk, or at least part of it, the group aid Tegan in finding out more about the pawn shop where Tegan's sister is now employed. Once Tegan steps inside, he sees the reason for his sister's secrecy. It's Eldrin, the once leader of the Thieves Guild Tegan himself was a part of years ago. Eldrin seems surprisingly true with his intention towards Tegan's sister, and completely unashamed of his turn for profit at the Relesk pawn shop. He also believes, along with Tegan, that Nelian may be responsible for at least part of the thieving in the city, which Nelian was, I believe, Tegan's mentor, or at least one of them, when he was in the Thieves Guild. Coming to unlikely terms, Tegan leaves Eldrin, surprisingly alive, and departs with the group back to the charity house to rest for the night. Once there, however, it's Rhaenyra's turn for a surprise encounter. His father. The senior sim apologizes for his and Rhaenyra's mother's role in keeping their families past from their children and bears a letter from Rhaenyra's grandfather, Bastil Sim, aka now the Great One. In the letter lies a cryptic paragraph that Rhaenyra's father hopes his son can make sense of, that they could not. And I'm going to read this paragraph aloud. My heart lies with not only yours, but also the metal in the sea that encloses a collided land. The answer is there with the beating hearts of the torched ancestors. The beating to stop when the life is gone and the waters are calm. There you go. Ooh. Congratulations. Well, I mean, good luck, Trilena. Okay, so that is our recap for last week. Let me go in and take a look at our inspo. Not to forget that Varoth rolled a 7. I was gonna die if I was gonna roll a direct 7. Just, there you go. Alright, so, let's see here. Jonathan rolled, Jerpal, asleep, rolled a 1. Juniper rolled a 9. Caszeel rolled a 4. Tegan rolled a 16. And Zavar rolled a 20.
Nice.
And Varoth rolled a 7. So, the closest, I rolled a 10, so it's Juniper. Juniper gets the inspiration for this evening, which is a
Woohoo.
D10 that she
Yay.
can add if she wants to.
Okay.
Okay, give me 1 second. Nope. Sorry, I'm okay. All right. The beard of many names. Yes. All right. Let's get started in tonight's session of The Forsaken. So, where we left off last time was pretty cut and dry. After Rhaenyra's, and for the viewers, and for those watching the recording, Joe, who plays Rhaenyra, will unfortunately be out for about a month. Unfortunately for us, but he has a new addition to the family. So him and his wife Stephanie welcomed a baby over the past week. So congratulations to him and his wife and the family. And also, unfortunately, this will be Caszeel Stan's last session with us for The Forsaken. He's going to step away as we finish out the campaign. So, all right. So again, it's pretty cut and dry where we left you off last week. You had made it back to the Relesk charity house. Rhaenyra had the conversation with his father, who pretty much left right after that, leaving Rhaenyra with the note, and I believe the rest of you made your way to bed. And I think that we finished up everything that we wanted to do, before we wanted to go to bed. Unless Caszeel have anything he wanted to do before heading to bed that night?
I'm just reading through the journal, Arbane's journal that I have.
Okay.
Taking my time. I've read a little bit. I'm kind of doing a deep dive tonight to really see what I can find.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Dan. Caszeel.
Oh no, not Dan! Don't make me do it.
Surprise! This is about the real people behind the characters tonight.
Yeah, no. 13.
Oh.
That'd be what a twist. Your PCs are you this evening. So 13. All right. So you are reading through this journal, Caszeel, and I won't go into too much, but it feels extremely familiar. I mean, again, for viewers and for those who don't remember or know, this is Arbane's journal, and Arbane is Caszeel kind of hundreds of years ago. And he, long story. Watch older episodes. So it feels extremely familiar to you, Caszeel. You read through it and just certain things pop out, and along with the words seeming familiar, you get these kind of waves of very hazy memories that you've never had before. Again, having them doesn't shock you, surprisingly. It's not like, it doesn't feel like you're getting memories from someone you don't know, but like unlocked foggy memories from your own subconscious.
Okay.
Yeah. You start to kind of like, as you're remembering these, can kind of start to feel the breeze on your face from a few of the memories, and kind of smell the smells as you read the words, if you're describing different things, or the smell of the ocean in one passage, as these things kind of flood through you. All right. So, okay. So as the night continues on, there's really no issues. Most of you are wakened pretty early, probably by just general clatter of this charity house that has classes and children, and maybe the door wasn't closed all the way, and so you can hear some like running footsteps outside in the hallway against the wooden floors and going up and down the staircase. And also maybe the smell of breakfast. Breakfast vegetables, especially. Because that's
Callback.
what the
Breakfast
charity
vegetables.
house is known for. It
This
seems.
was where it all started. We're back at the beginning. Oh.
So, yeah, you wake up the next morning. All these things are present to you. Yeah. I'd say if you read anything the night before, not pointing anyone out, but if you read anything the night before, they kind of wafted through your dreams as well. And kind of sits with you as you wake up the next morning. Alright. So what do y'all want to do? You're all, just to remind you, you're all kind of camped in a room together. For those that were here before, it was the same room that y'all kind of camped out in when you were here before, after the fall of Bairn. Yeah, you have bedrolls, couches. It's a nice comfy place. Someone's came in and built a fire before you woke. So it is warming up a bit.
If we were all in the same room during the night.
Mm-hmm. You were.
Just wondered, because I just thought, but did Asleep notice anything in particular? Because he doesn't technically sleep, he just stops moving. He still observes everything. So I was just wondering if he might have caught anything. If we're all in the same room. Normally he's just been in his own room in the mansion, so.
Right. I mean, unless, I assume you probably would have seen Caszeel reading something. You wouldn't have been able to tell what it was. It just looks like a regular leather-bound book from the outside. I don't think anyone else was doing anything really specific the night before. During the night, no. You might have had, like, maybe a kid or two kind of, like, come in and, like, not rustle around and things, but just kind of peek in just at the, at the strangers who have kind of came and are staying with them.
Kids.
Yeah, and so they get up to get a drink of water, and in the middle of the night, they're just kind of like, curiously peeking in, and then maybe giggle as they like run away back to their beds. But beyond that, nothing else, really.
Cool. Yeah, I was as soon as I asked that, I think I remember Joe saying he still cast it.
Oh, that's right.
Night, so.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm so sorry.
So.
Yeah, so Rhaenyra's cast the mansion, the Magnificent Mansion, which you would have had the opportunity, which I'm assuming all of you would, unless you just didn't want to go in there and sleep for the night. Yeah, and Ingot and Zatara and Agnes would have been there as well, because yeah, sorry about that. I completely forgot. So you wouldn't have seen the kids. You wouldn't have heard anything, but
yeah, F them.
Yeah. All right, you are awake and ready to go.
Yeah, eat some breakfast, drink some coffee.
I think Tegan was going to be our leader up north. Was that happening today?
That was the plan.
Oh, yeah.
That first light we would head out for Old Relesk.
Okay. And Old Relesk being where the possibly friends or friends of Tegan might be.
Oh, I might I think I have some news. We change of plans. As you know, recently acquired this. This is Arbene's journal, and I've skimmed it a bit. We've sort of been right from one thing to another. But last night I took a good read. And while a lot of it still doesn't make sense to me, something happened last night as I dove deep through it, and I've recovered a few of Albaine's memories. Some of them, not too much. It will be very helpful to us, unfortunately, but there is one thing that came to mind above everything else. It's something that the library has up its sleeve. But along with the memory is of what this is the memory of how ever watchful and listening they are for anything to. It's something I can't share with you. It's also something I think I know how to get to, and I know how to handle. But I'm afraid I have to do it by myself. But it needs to be done. Without this being done, I don't even know if we'd have a chance at success. I know I've had to leave before, and I didn't do a very good job of sharing beforehand, and wanted to make sure. I wish I could share more details, but I want to take the time to sit here with you all, and each of you specifically, and let you know I have to go. I have to do this. I hope you're all okay with that.
Well, how long will you be gone?
Well, if all goes well, I would say, gosh, I don't even know what that would be in game time.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the world's ending in 3 months, so
Mhm.
Okay,
So make
no longer than 3 months. There's a place I have to go, and that's a very dangerous place. And then from there, a far more dangerous place. I'd say a couple of months, perhaps, maybe less. But I can use sending. I can keep you updated when I tackle this. I can update you. If I can manage what I'm looking to do, I can then tell you what it was.
I wish you didn't have to do that alone. We've really gotten to know how to watch each other's backs and support each other. Is there nothing that we can do?
The way to get where I'm going, at least according to the memories, is something that's, you know how when we had to unlock that in the northern crown there, we each had to use blood and unlock something key to each of us. There's a few things I have to manage that are keyed solely to our being.
Oh dear.
I think that's the most I can say.
Oh. Because he thinks they're listening still? Or
If I'm worried they are.
Mm.
If even a whisper gets, even a whisper, they'll undo, they'll take away what I'm looking to get.
Mm.
Right now, I think I know where it is. But you're right, Sivan, and I'm hoping that we tackle this, and then we can have another big celebration. This time we can be as loud as we want, not have to worry about library or anyone else.
Indeed.
I found another journal.
Oh,
It is from Arbane as well.
Oh,
It says, Asleep has to go with you.
I mean,
I
there's the
understand.
facts. There's the facts. You can't argue with the kid.
It is. Look,
Mm.
it is in Arbane's handwriting.
It is. That's impressive. Like copied from data. Like, oh, sleep. I wish it was. But listen, when we get back together, I want you to tell me everything that you experience. It's terrible being apart, but one of the few nice parts is that once we rejoin, we can share everything we've been through. We'll have stories to tell one another.
Asleep goes into the kitchen. And shortly later, he'll come back with a glass of water and he'll just grab Cazeel's arm. And he's gonna put that other temporary tattoo he got. I'll give to Caszeel.
Aw.
Oh yeah.
What's this? This is
I think was
That's
this with a
beautiful.
skull.
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it was a
It was
skull.
a skull. So he got a temporary tattoo from the tattoo parlor last session. A couple of them. And he's wearing one on his arm that was put there, but he also got another one that was a skull. So so as he pulls back the paper, Caszeel, there's a upside down skull on your arm.
oh.
Think of it
Asleep,
as
it's
my
beautiful.
skull.
I will. And I'll keep it close to me. And it's like you're right here. That's beautiful, Asleep. Thank you.
It's temporary, so do not wash your arm.
I won't. That's a promise. Mhm.
Tegan will get up, approach. I'm not even going to pretend to be able to imagine what your crazy history has done to you. But I trust you in knowing that what you have to do, you have to do. We're going to miss you. We're going to need you. Be careful, be safe, and stay in touch. If there's anything you need, let us know. And be safe.
Well,
Do you need to leave
arm out?
right now?
Yes, how soon do you have to go?
Yeah, I'll just soon. But Tegan, I'll miss you too. I'll miss you all, and I won't let you down. I won't. No matter what, I'll make sure this happens. As for leaving, not this very second, but I think when you're all ready to head to the next city, I think I'll have to go my way. The sooner I get there before I have any chance of figuring this out or moving what I need to get to, better.
Well, one last wandering into the woods then.
I know Jeannie and Zivar and Asleep and Tegan, you know, we've been together since the beginning of this whole crazy thing. I haven't forgotten the time we took that lovely bath, riverside bath. Asleep, lad, you're my lad. Hey, you're my lad, and I'm looking forward to catching back up with you. And Savannah,
That is what you call Renarius. Is Renarius my brother?
Oh,
you know what? Let's say, if he's willing, let's say yes.
yeah. As you're saying that, Caszeel Renarius be like,
Is
Okay.
Renarius' actual father still here? Did he spend the night?
No, he left. He left
Okay.
after. Yeah.
There's some explaining to do. Zivar, I hope that when this is all said and done, you can find some I'm hoping you'll let me help you. Well, I don't know if you'll all still be willing to travel together. We'll have been through enough by then, but I know you're still looking for some answers, I imagine. I know you haven't touched too much on things, but you've spoken a bit about some of the mysteries in your own life. But if you're willing, when we, save the world and such, we can, you'll be up for having me along. Thanks, Atlantis.
I'll take whoever will come with me once we get to that point. I feel like I just keep getting more questions as we answer some. And, but you're right, for now, some of these questions I have to put on hold for the greater good, as it would be. And yes, I hope that we can all finish what we need to finish, find each other, whether we're together at the end, or if we find each other after, when things have settled down. But one way or the other, we'll decide what to do and find another adventure.
And Jeannie, I feel like you're the most mysterious person I've met in quite a few centuries.
Mm.
I hope maybe once we've saved the world together, we can dive into that a bit. I'm so curious. I love the space you brought me in there to talk to that person, but at the moment I was like, let's get this done. But I had so many questions. But you are a delightful soul and a refreshing, unique unicorn of a person. And so I hope that we can get to know you a bit better after, we don't have lightning monsters chasing us across the sea anymore.
Right. Well, if that ever happens, I'll find you. Shh. Sleep.
Sleep is just like uncomfortably kind of close, just watching.
It's okay. Magic Daddy's coming back.
Nice. Well, there's two brighter notes I think I can leave on. One is some good news. So, at the end of the night, you've heard maybe a time or two, I use some sending spells if I have any magical energy left at the end of the day. Just check up on some folks.
Is that what they call it now?
Aye. But I also, I haven't given up hope on a few different people. And whenever I have the spells, I try and cast Sending. One of the folks is Z, because I felt like they were lying to us when they said he was suddenly dead. And I got static when I tried to contact him that time while still in Astasia. And someone told us that they were in their own, realm out of time or something. So I tried that and call him. And so last night, I got through to him.
Great news.
Z or Column?
Z.
Okay.
And however, he's acknowledged that Colum is there with him in their little subplane and a demiplane. So hopefully, I don't even know. I know that. Oh gosh, what's her name? Marianne? Who is it? That's Ren's cousin.
Magdalene?
Oh, Magdalene.
Magdalene.
It's not his cousin. It
was Ritten's girlfriend.
It's his girlfriend.
His all things can be true.
Hey, whoa.
Second,
Magic Daddy has no right.
Sorry, his girlfriend. I think it was her, or maybe it was leader of I can't even remember who, but someone was saying that they knew where their little demi plane was. I think it was her. I think it was Magdalene. She said it was close to that island where we came up from the death trap place. So if maybe send someone there, contact someone on that plane, and send them. They'd be an asset, and they might be willing. If they're willing to join the battle, it'd be a huge help. Colum is the one, I think. Colum bloody was one of the first people doing all this, and he was training the people that run Fairweather now. So they've got a lot to offer. That and with where I'm going, I have to be very minimalistic with my own goods, own inventory. So I'd like to just put some things out here on the table. If any of you want them, please take them. If you wish to sell them for some money to assist you with things, then great. And if you can use them, you can use them. I'm going to leave my money here to you because there's just no need for that. Because I'm me. Just kidding. Because where I'm going and what I'm doing, I'd only have to buy a thing. So if you'll, I'll just clear my. I'm just going to put this away so there's a space on the table. And I'll take a minute to clear the table in case anyone wants to chat. I don't want to monopolize here. Oh no!
Sorry, I broke them. I said Caszeel unzips his pants.
Slim is take us out.
I didn't even get to say
I'm
that.
just gonna sit on the table
Man.
here and.
You want to sell? Yeah.
He can be like, so
All
that's
up to
so that's where you
Table
keep
flips
it.
over.
Yeah.
Nice.
all of Cazeel's secrets, right? Yeah, hardly a secret.
Money pouches strapped to it. Jesus.
Bag of holding. It's
Yeah.
Gives so much reason, new meaning to bag of holding. Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
That's
holding.
how he's able to fit in his tight pants.
It's holding.
Wow.
Nice. That's amazing. Oh yes. In that
Get
case,
out.
I'll come back.
No.
I've got a couple of health potions. There's a superior potion of healing. And stop me if you all don't want to like parse it out now, but if anyone wants to say so, feel free to put it in your inventory or whatever, you know. It was that. And then there's a greater potion of healing. There's this ring, and I'll take a ring off of Force Shield. This it's handy. It basically makes you a little more, adds 2 to your AC. And it just does its thing on its own. It's fantastic. There you go. And these gloves of swimming and climbing, which I don't even know if you'll run into any of that, but it's gives you +5 to athletic checks made to climb or swim.
I mean, I like all the help with swimming I can get.
Nice. But I think that this might help you the most. I'll take the bag of holding out, the second bag of holding, just in case. And then I'll dump it upside down. I'll say, your money. And gold and platinum pieces just start pouring out over the table. For a grand total
Oh my.
of 3,250 platinum pieces.
Oh,
Saying we should have robbed you sooner. My goodness.
excuse me.
And 56,956 gold pieces.
Say that again. 56,000.
56,956 gold pieces. And it was 3,250 platinum pieces.
This is 2 years of accumulation and not spending anything.
Yeah.
Did any other character make that much accumulation? So, I'm just.
Listen,
This is
don't judge
Jonathan.
his side hustle, okay?
This is-
We know
this
how
is
he's making his
Jonathan.
money.
I'm just saying, be glad Gerbil is not here. After all the crap he got for 5 gold chicken.
It's safe to say I didn't have it then, but yeah, I learned. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh,
In
well,
reality,
I've been
yeah. I was going to say, in reality, in the side time, Caszeel has been running a messaging service that gets a lot of sponsors, and
Oh yeah, I gotta take this call. They're paying 9 gold a minute.
So that's why he's holding
Whoa,
up a
what are you
stone and he's
wearing?
swiping on it.
Mhm.
nice.
I invented this.
Ching, ching, ching. I'll shake the last of the coins out. This,
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a fair bit, but I didn't realize it was quite this much. I've just been saving for emergencies, and I figure end of the world, pretty big emergency. So I know you're traveling to another city, so if there's anything you need to buy there, and any grand magical weapons or items or armor, anything you think might help you in this, please use it all. Use it to its fullest.
This is quite amazing. Well, make sure you don't leave without some of your stuff. I mean, this isn't all of your currency, is it?
It's all my money. I'm not gonna need it, and
None of it?
No, I've got the path I'm taking. There's no one around to accept money. I've stocked up.
I must be asking questions that are still. I apologize. I did not realize that I was touching on something. This is Caszeel. This is one of the best things. I mean, I hate that you're leaving, but goodness, now that we know that we have this resource, I mean, this opens up many doors for the months to come. Absolutely. And I will just be honest now before you depart. I'm hoping that I will convince the others to let me take some for my monastery for the orphanage. That, I mean, I know it's kind of sudden for me to ask selfishly, but I want to make sure that you know that I'm going to ask them later, and I want to know if that's all right with you.
Aye. Of course. Hopefully this will take care of anything you need for the battle ahead, and then whatever's left over, use as you see fit.
Okay.
Sounds like a beautiful cause.
Okay. This is quite generous.
So is the pile just out on the table?
Yes.
It is, yeah.
Okay. Asleep will not say anything, but you just see him just like push his hands into the pile and just like stand there with like his just hands inside the pile of money.
Oh, that's so cute.
You're just wiggling your fingers in it.
No, he's not even moving. He's like a statue.
Just
He's not
soaking in
making
it.
any noise.
Oh.
So he's just like he's shut down with his hands in the pile.
Ah.
But I'm here until you're ready to head to your city, and then we'll say our goodbyes for now.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll make sure to. Well, before you go, we'll make sure and have a nice farewell for the time being. Well, just a send off, as it were.
Just as a DM clarification, are you saying when they head to the north to where the thieves are that you'll be leaving, or is it when they head like after the council meeting?
What's up next? I thought they were heading to a city.
They're heading to the Old Relesk, which is a dilapidated town that's been abandoned except for thieves.
To fight undead and thieves.
Which is what I thought that you meant, but I don't think that they think that
Yes.
that's what you mean.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. When you all head to whatever you're about to head to,
Okay.
I'll just
Just want to make sure that
Okay.
was clear.
Right.
Because
the
otherwise,
hope
we'll
is
drag our
to-
feet for 3 weeks in game, sir.
Nice.
That would
Wait,
be.
we're not leaving. No, he
And then-
said he'd
and then-
stay.
I'll do one last battle with you, and then undead zombies
Yeah.
eat him alive.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Nice, nice.
You can
Well,
make
my
it
hope
happen.
is to tackle what this. I can't even tell you how important it is. I'm hoping to tackle that, and then if I can, I'm really hoping to join you for that final battle. I think our timelines might match up. So
Well, if they don't match up, the world will be destroyed.
No pressure.
Sleep, no pressure. Yeah.
Is the sleep saying that he will destroy the world, or
No, I'm just the timeline. Of
okay,
things.
okay,
Timeline.
okay,
We
Yes,
are
the
racing
facts.
to the
Okay,
end of the
just-
world
clarify.
if we do not stop it.
Asleep,
It
your explanation of current details is a good reminder. It keeps us grounded for sure, despite the text that is lacking. That's okay. It's
What?
something you might learn later, or not, and that's okay too.
I never noticed. Money is beautiful.
Yes.
His hands are
it's-
still just in the pile.
Oh, you are not wrong, sir. It is it definitely gets the eye.
Will
Brings the pile too.
let's see here. Where is this? Okay. Will y'all make all of you? So y'all are having this conversation downstairs, right? Or were you still up in the room? Were you at the breakfast table?
I imagine we're probably still in the
I think at the
mansion.
breakfast,
Still in the mansion having
Yeah.
Oh, you're
breakfast.
still on
yeah.
the. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
breakfast.
right. That's right. You're having
Okay.
breakfast at the mansion.
I feel like we
Right.
wouldn't dump a whole lot of money in front of us. Starving
no,
orphans
yeah,
and then
Okay.
take it all back.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just
Use
again
it wisely.
making sure.
Here's
Mhm.
one for you.
Okay.
The rest is ours.
All right. So we're still in the mansion. And you know, if y'all don't want to decide who wants to take what right now, we can decide that after, you know, off stream if you want to do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so what are y'all wanting to do now?
How soon do we need to leave to get to the Old Relesk?
I've been told it's a day's travel.
Okay. Well, shit. Probably shouldn't daddle much. Let me go fill up my my bottles, and I'll be ready to go. We should head off soon.
Do we
You
put
just-
the money back in the bag of holding?
Yes, that would be
Okay.
smart. Yeah.
I mean, it would be heavy otherwise.
I don't have a. It's been a while since.
Da-da-da.
There we go. Oh yes. Favorite enemy, undead. It's been a minute since I'd have encountered anything like that. It's back in my ranger days, and I'm a little out of practice. So, if there's anything that we might need to protect against, one, getting sick from whatever they have up in Old Relesk, which we decided we were going to get face covering masks for, and just if anyone has any, I don't know, last minute knowledge about fighting the undead that we should remember, I wouldn't mind a refresher on our way up. If there's anything. It's been a few years.
Can we say, for the sake of time, or I mean, Asleep can go shopping, but can we say that 300 of Cazeel's gold is actually just a diamond that was just in there?
Caszeel's
Yeah.
okay with that.
The
Sure.
components.
Okay, you see Asleep take a diamond and just like
Just
like put it in a random compartment you didn't know was there.
Nice.
pocketing a random diamond.
Ribbon
Cargo
life.
pocket.
little
Yeah.
little sliding door on his, you know.
That's all right. I don't think any of us are going to
Yeah.
stop you.
I don't know if you got that from me or Caszeel.
Yeah. Where did that trait come from?
Blame your grandpa.
yeah.
Which side?
It's your father's grandmother.
You're just like your mother.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
So Zavar's refilling his water bottle. Water bottle. I didn't see your quotation marks at first, and just saying it, I was like, water bottle?
Orange juice.
Juniper. I was going to say Generius.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Now that's
Wait,
a
I
ship
mean-
I wasn't expecting.
Oh.
We got 3 months. Who knows?
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Juniper.
We just learned
took
that
care of
Renarius'
Regina,
brother.
he
This
can
is
take
going to
care of you.
complicate things.
No,
Nice.
that
Wait a
family
minute.
tree is knotted.
Not branching enough.
Am I my own grandpa? No.
Sorry. Just
Yeah,
getting
you're
that
fine.
look.
No. I was just sleeping. Like, am I my own grandpa?
Yeah.
Juniper, what did you have anything that you wanted to do before y'all head out? You're still
maybe
in the
just
magnificent
do-
mansion right now.
Okay. I wanted to. I'm just looking at my character sheet. I wanted to make an. Yeah. I just didn't know if there's anything specific about the undead that I should or would recall. I just want to be prepared because I haven't fought that type of creature for a while. But Renarius does have a library in here. Although I hate to say
Yes.
that word.
Yeah.
So maybe if there's a book on undead, she might look around, just to refresh herself and also just to distract from Caszeel leaving. She's just like, I'm gonna go read a book after breakfast. But I also understand that we don't have much time and we need to hit the road and whatnot. So
Make an investigation check, Juniper. Give me 1 second. I'll come back to you asleep.
Okay.
Is that something you do with Juniper looking up a book?
yeah. And if it's I have advantage on int checks to recall information. I don't know if that matters for reading a book, but
This is more for you finding a book.
okay. And it was you said investigation?
Yes. Or
Okay.
perception.
Okay. Well, I rolled a natural 20 for a
Look
27.
at you!
Nice.
Juniper, you look through the library here in the Magnificent Mansion and you find 4 different books about zombies, how the possibilities of how zombies are created, what could cause them to be turned into a zombie, the repercussions of being turned into a zombie, where to find zombies, how to fight zombies, how to raise a zombie. You find, and the last one is more of a satire, of course. But you're able to find several books that will give you a little extra knowledge. How long are you gonna sit there, kind of like you're just gonna kind of peruse through them, like on your trip, or?
Yeah, she'd probably just grab them
Okay.
and take the most
Or the
likely
fighting
choice.
one, the fighting
Yeah,
zombies one.
yeah.
Okay, I don't think you'll need to know how to raise a zombie, so
I mean, I don't plan on capturing any, so
sure.
Keep
yeah.
away from water. Don't feed after midnight.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you take.
I think her hyper focus is just I don't want to think about what's going on right now.
Oh,
So
you take the fighting zombies book.
yep.
Written by Arthur B. Meadow, and yeah. Anything else? Okay.
Other than flipping through her tattoo book in between if she gets.
Wow, look
Anything
at
else?
double booking it.
Oh yeah. No, she's thrown her. There's no screen time here, so it's book
Mhm.
time.
Okay.
And
okay.
and then
She's
yeah.
also like, pumping weights. Like,
Oh yeah. And then it's a montage.
Yeah.
Amazing.
If your horns were any bigger, you could like put the book in the horns, but yeah.
Like Blackberry, hold on.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Blackberry.
Yeah, a little tiny,
Yeah.
tiny little
Just
book.
pamphlet.
Tegan, is there anything that you want to do before leaving the mansion? And then from the mansion, you'll be going through the charity house before you leave too.
Well, I was going to say, as before all that happens, when Tegan goes to leave the magnificent mansion, he'll swipe a heaping plate of danishes and stuff, and
Okay.
leave them at the vegetable table.
Okay. All right.
What really happened? Who was the cowboy who confronted John?
It's weird.
What?
It
It was
Cowboy?
me. I'm
What?
sorry. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Riker?
What you looking at?
Tab
there,
opened and
Dan?
started playing something. Yeah, I'm like, wait.
One of the phantom waiters at the magnificent mansion. Wandering by.
Can I tell us something?
You're Danish, sir.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, so you're able to grab some danishes from the magnificent mansion. There are plenty, of course. And you're able to put a big plate of them on the table beside the vegetables. There are other things here too, but for those who are watching, breakfast vegetables was coined here, I believe, at the charity house.
In Relesk, yeah.
Yeah. Forsaken staple. Asleep, yes.
I guess after, when Caszeel told us he was leaving and all that stuff,
Mhm.
Was that just to the party, or was Ingot, Zatara, and Agnes there too?
They would have been there. It would have been breakfast, so they would have all been there.
Okay. After the money's put away, and it sleeps, comes back to his senses.
Mhm.
What is Zatara and Ingot's reaction to this news of Caszeel?
Let me ask something really quick in Zoom chat to a party here. Caszeel.
No. Yeah, I guess, right, because we would have been there. So I would have, I probably would have talked that
Okay,
over.
that's what I figured,
with
but
him.
I didn't want to assume.
Yeah, I would have at least brought it up and let them know, here's what's going on, and I'm going to share this. This is what I'm leaning toward.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. That's what you shared with them. Okay. So, asleep, you would see probably a little bit of sadness on Zatara's face. Just very kind of quiet and just kind of stares down at her breakfast. Or down at the tea that she's drinking. Ingot doesn't seem to be two-faced. Just kind of goes on eating breakfast and just, how she normally acts.
Okay. Asleep will just stare at them at the table after everyone leaves, or I guess everyone will leave, but he'll just realize they're there, and just go over and sit at the table with them.
I'm gonna send you a
across.
message, Dan. Okay.
And just
Okay.
not really say anything, just sit there and just watch them
Okay. Just sit there and watch them. Okay.
Yeah.
Ingot would probably definitely just be like, stop eating and look at you. Can I help you asleep?
No, I just thought I'd sit here with you.
Oh, cool, I guess.
Is that okay?
I mean, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. You can do whatever, free to do whatever you want to.
With Caszeel leaving, we need to stick together.
Oh. Well, I'm, kind of glance over at Zatara. Ingot will say, I'm leaving too.
Who said that? Ingot?
Ingot.
You are?
Yeah. I don't have any reason to be here. I mean, you guys got it all handled, right? I give you a smirk.
I'm sorry. Wait, am I there?
Hey, you can be there, yeah.
I'm sorry, lad. It's. I need Ingot's help for a part of this.
Betrayal.
Well,
Eyes turned red.
Yes.
You
Not
said you
for
didn't
me.
need anybody.
Oh, you can't go
Oh,
last
guys.
session without inside check.
Look, it was...
Not for the whole thing. Sorry.
Inga just kind of like is sensing the kind of like, you know, mood around asleep and it's be like, I'm gonna go and visit someone, so I'm just going along. So even like lean in a bit probably and just kind of be like, you know, I don't think he even wants me to go, but this is how it works.
Do I believe her?
You want to roll an insight check?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Only thing I know about this crazy lady is that she stabbed Caszeel. Now she's sleeping with
I was
Caszeel.
gonna try to kill him.
Now Caszeel, stuff, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, who's stabbing whom?
23.
She's lying.
Mm.
I mean, you know, she's not lying about going with him, but she's lying about that, you know, just the I'm going to visit someone. He probably doesn't want me to go. Or at least she believes that she's lying. You know, I mean, she can't really speak for Caszeel, but.
She might be back before I am. It's not the entire journey.
Sorry, Jonathan, question. All the messages we had off stream, all those replies were circulated like throughout the party or just the ones sending?
Oh. I mean, I would assume that that's kind of more of a party decision between y'all. So whoever was sending, it depends on who you're talking about, I guess, on who had that sending stone. Or who did sending for that person.
Well, this would have been a sending spell, so I think Cazeel's the only one
Caszeel.
with the sending spell.
Okay.
I'm sure I'd share whatever I heard.
Okay. So it would have been shared.
With the party.
Okay. If it would have been shared, the moment realizes she's not really being honest about going to go see somebody, Asleep will kind of like straighten up and be like, "Oh, are you going to see Grelicht?"
No.
Oh,
Why would
she's
you ask
supposedly
that?
here.
Oh.
No reason. And the sleep will get up and walk away.
Kind of looks at Zatara and just like, okay.
You taking away my daddy.
I love the little sting though of like, what? Oh.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't need to decide that right now. But, well, if y'all want to discuss anything, please. If anything else wants to happen.
I might go after a sleep. I might go after a sleep and just sleep, lad. It's I know it's tough. Again, I need her just for the first part of this. That part I can't do without her specific current knowledge. But not the entirety. The rest of it has to just be me. And so I'm hoping that she, with fingers crossed, that she can make her way back to you to be of use but when you need her. So it should just be a much shorter time for her, I'm hoping. She seems pretty set on trying to push to go further, but I can't go within the latter half of what I need to do.
What if she follows you?
I would hope that she doesn't. It's too important not to be noticed. It's part of why I have to do it on my own. Outside of being keyed to certain areas. I asked her to take the day and consider all her options. So I'm gonna go now. I think she's gonna stay behind
Do
and
you
decide.
trust her?
I do.
She still believes in the Great One. She just does not like the library.
Not wrong. I'm hoping that I don't want to challenge her beliefs, but knowing what we know about the Great One being born of a person and not some great deity, I'm hoping maybe I'll shed a little light on that for her. But she can be, I feel that she can be trusted.
Be careful. Sometimes the people we trust most hurt us the most. And Asleep will walk away.
Finally look after Asleep, a little sad at that, like, yeah. Sorry, I'll just whisper, sorry, lad. I'll turn it.
What? No, sorry.
What? You want me to go with you?
Did you say go with me?
As the group of you pass through, out of the mansion and pass through the charity house, could you make a perception check for me, please? All of you.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not right. Why do I have the same information up here twice? That's cool. All right. Zavar, what did you get for your perception check?
14.
14. And Juniper?
11.
11. Tegan?
14.
And Asleep?
Dirty 20.
Ooh. And Caszeel?
21.
21. All right. So I would say that Caszeel and all right. You got an 11, right, Juniper?
Yeah.
So everyone but Juniper would notice kind of as you're walking through the charity house and kind of by the kitchen, this boy step out with this kind of hair back in kind of a loose bun or a small ponytail behind. And he has a piece of bread in his hand that it looks like he grabbed from the kitchen and a raven on his shoulder. He's also wearing a kind of a satchel over his torso. Asleep and Caszeel would notice that the satchel that goes around his torso and kind of hangs at his side has this large kind of bulbous shape in it. You can't see what it is because it's inside the bag and the bag is closed, but it does have a good sized bulbous shape in there. He will see you and will immediately kind of dart up the steps to the second floor. The raven.
Asleep will definitely just kind of follow. Just up the stairs.
Sleep was the only one that noticed that, or did somebody else?
I think everybody but Junie noticed him walking around, I think.
Yeah, but everyone noticed
What
except
else did
Juniper
you do?
noticed him with the raven on his shoulder and the bag around his torso. Caszeel and Asleep are the ones that noticed the shape in the bag.
We seen this kid around here already?
Yeah. I mean, I would say y'all have been here enough, especially Caszeel and Tegan, that you would have seen him before. Just probably didn't see the raven before. Just the boy.
I forget who the description about the boy. I'm trying to remember who did Tegan learn? We all knew about the raven feather that was found. I'm just trying to think if Asleep would remember the description, because if that was when Asleep and Junie talked to Siegfried, not Siegfried, or if that was when Tegan talked with not Siegfried.
Did we scry on this boy or no? That
No,
was
we
the
scried on somebody
blue-
different.
The
Right.
boyfriend.
Because
Kazim. Yeah.
Okay, Kazim.
but I forget who, because we heard about a boy who supposedly done the heist, but
No, that was.
trying to
I thought
remember
that was
who
Kazim.
learned that.
I thought that's what my thought was. That it was
Oh.
Kazim.
I mean, we heard it was a boy, I think, and then you just. Anyways, Asleep's still following him,
Yeah,
if only just because of the
if
raven
Tegan
and the
sees
bulge in the bag.
sees the raven and immediately will flash on black feathers and will follow the boy up just to ask him about the raven.
Same.
Yeah, once people start following, just stay with the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
y'all
funny.
go back up the
Maybe
steps.
we should
We
not
go line
crowd
upstairs.
Too much coffee.
him. Asleep will kind of stop. Maybe we should not crowd him.
Are you stopping halfway up the stairs so we all like run
Yes.
into you?
You
Thump, 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 thump.
And
You hear
you
a-
can't knock him over.
You hear a door close upstairs.
I will go check.
Whatever.
and Asleep will knock on the door.
Okay.
Hello, Raven. I would like to speak to your little boy.
A teacher, an adult comes to the door, opens it, and as soon as she opens the door, you hear just a bunch of kids inside the room. Okay, settle down. Can I help you?
Hello. I am sorry. That was my attempt at humor. I
Oh,
wanted to talk
okay.
to the boy with the raven.
She kind of looks around you. Who are you?
I am asleep. Hello. I am a guest here.
Okay. Do you know Ellis?
I do not. I do not know many people. That is why I introduced myself as asleep.
Okay. Well, we're conducting class, but...
I am sorry.
let me... Aiden kind of steps by the group on the steps. Hey, guys. Morning. Kind of looks upstairs
Morning.
at Asleep. Asleep, can I help you? It's okay, Margie. You can go ahead and go back to your class.
I apologize. May I also sit in the class so I can learn?
Aiden heads up the stairs towards you, Asleep. Asleep, could you tell me what you want to do? What are you doing?
I would like to learn.
Margie, would be like,
Please.
he was asking about Ellis. He wanted to talk to him.
That too, but I will also like to learn.
Aiden
If I can only do one or the other, I would like to learn.
Aiden kind of looks back at the group for like help. Like,
Tegan will speak up and say, we've been investigating some things and we've been finding some black raven feathers. And it just seems a little bit far from coincidence that we suddenly see somebody with a raven on their shoulder.
okay.
Pardon us for being a little
No, it's
overexcited about it, but we tend to like jump to follow some leads.
Sure.
But I would also like to learn. That was true too.
Okay, Sleep. Maybe some other time. Hey, Margie, could you just ask Ellis to step out here? Okay. She looks Asleep. You'll notice she looks a little not scared, but just kind of apprehensive. Like her anxiety level just rose a few notches. Okay. All right. She'll kind of, step back and kind of close the door just a little bit, and Aiden will kind of turn to you, Asleep, and put a hand on your shoulder. I tell you what, you can, maybe not right now, but I can work it out to where you can sit in on a class, okay? Or however many classes you want, just not right now. Margie's a little anxious today, so maybe now's not the right time.
I apologize for disrupting your class, Margie.
Oh, Margie's
Asleep
inside. Okay.
We'll wave at all the kids as the door closes. Just...
Yeah. You'll hear from the other side, and then you'll hear kind of the kids kind of a hushed whisper from inside the room, and then Margie will step out with Ellis. He looks to be about probably 9, I would say 8 or 9. and the raven kind of on his shoulder, and it's very big compared to like his small stature. All right, don't they just want to ask you a couple of questions, okay? And the rest of you will see Ellis look at you and with the most kind of scared yet kind of also mixed with a little bit of anger. And okay, you'll see Margie kind of give a glance to Aiden and be like, and kind of guide Ellis over to you, keeping a hand on his back as he does so. All right, these people just want to ask you a couple of questions, Ellis, okay? And the crow will, yeah. Aiden will look at the rest of you. Go ahead.
What's your raven's name?
Friend.
Nice to meet you, Ellis and friend.
I'm doing a horrible raven sound, but this is what you get, guys.
That was good. That was good.
Tegan will take one knee to get on Ellis's level.
Take a small step back, but not really. But, just barely noticeable.
Hello, Alice. My name is Tegan. How long have you known Raven?
I've had about about a year now, I think.
Wow. Wow. You feed it and take care of it and all that.
Yes, they allow me to here.
That's nice of them. And it's nice of you to take care of the raven.
It's just quiet.
I'm sure you and the raven go on many adventures together.
We stay mostly here at the school, like everyone else does.
Alice, I sort of go on adventures on my own and with my friends too as well. We go on adventures.
She has a squirrel.
Kind of looks at you, Junie. Do you bring Blackberry onto your shoulder?
Yes. This is Blackberry, also friend.
What's its name?
Blackberry.
Oh.
See? Yeah, kind of the wrong color for a squirrel, but
I've seen black squirrels before. Hey. They say it's because of coal dust, but I don't think that's right.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I never asked. Is it because of coal dust?
That would be a lot of coal dust.
Yeah.
Not good for lungs. So I hear.
You could be right. Well, we've gone on quite a few adventures ourselves.
That's nice.
Sometimes on our adventures, Alice, we find all kinds of things. Things we aren't sure about, things we don't know what to do with. And it's always helpful to ask other people about it. So, if you ever find anything that you're not quite sure, what it is or what's it for, stuff like that, it's better to ask other people because sometimes you don't know what that thing could do. It's great. It's a strange land out there, and you never know what you can find.
Yeah. You say so?
They found me.
Inside check. I'm inciting a 9-year-old. Okay.
Okay. Sure, you do an inside check. Well, I mean, so are you just inciting if they're hiding something, if they're not saying something?
Yeah, what's he? Normally a 9-year-old boy, with a raven, which is kind of cool, would be very talkative about it.
Sure. Yeah.
18.
You can tell Tegan that he is definitely not saying everything. Like there's definitely, and this is I'll give you that this, you've seen a lot of nervous people before. This boy definitely seems nervous around with the questions, like since seeing y'all and coming out of the classroom, or even seeing you before he went into the classroom. Nervous and definitely like, which probably you've also seen before, like a kid hiding something, keeping a secret.
I've got a question out of character for the team. How many raven feathers have we found?
They haven't found any raven feathers.
We haven't found one. Well,
Or other
Ray
people
has found one
right.
in her office.
Mm-hmm.
Ray has found one in her office, and then I think she gave it to Asleep so he could use it as a bookmark.
That's right.
Was there another one besides that one?
I don't think so. I think that was just part of the description we heard. Like there's a raven feather. That was all that was found in the office. And then there was also a description of a boy with a feather who did the job.
Okay, I think I got them confused as being separate things. So, thank you. Apologies. In that case, Zavar will speak up. Pardon me. Do you mind if I ask some questions too?
This kind of looks at you.
Zavar is my best friend. You can trust him. And I will put my hand on Zavar and I'll cast guidance.
Thank you very much. But I apologize for being a bit confusing. I wasn't speaking to you, young man. I was speaking to your raven. And I will cast Speak with Animals from the ring that I have.
Okay.
Gerbil's ring. Oh.
Yes, Gerbil's ring. Good day, friendly raven. What is your name?
Sorry, I'm just pulling up stats here.
Sure. Surprise, I'm talking to a raven.
So the real reason Steph has facial hair today is for a raven? No, it's feathers. Okay. Squirrel? Another animal we haven't talked to yet?
My name is Friend. How do you do?
Hello.
My name is Zivar. I would like to ask you some questions.
Ask.
How long have you been spending time venturing with this boy?
Carefully, Raven. We're all watching you.
A year?
Have you perhaps been with this boy, or perhaps a different boy if you are someone else, when a particular item was taken from an office belonging to the mayor? There would have been a broken window involved, I believe.
Make a persuasion check, Zavar.
I'm inciting the kid.
The guidance.
Oh no, because you're speaking in animals.
Yeah,
so I guess
exactly.
the kid's
Yeah.
All we're hearing
What's
is
the guidance do for
guidance.
me?
Guidance is just you add a d4 to the roll.
Okay, so you said persuasion?
Yes.
Okay, one moment. Oh, well, that's gonna be good. A d4, you say?
Yeah.
All right, that's 25.
Ooh.
Raven will kind of cock its head. I was there.
Was it with this boy?
Yes.
Was there anyone else?
No.
Does the boy still have that item?
Yes.
Is it in this bag that is on him?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I'll touch his gun.
So,
Fuck you.
What about
now, remind me. Speak with animals. I'm speaking in like a caw voice, or
Yes.
am I speaking in common and the bird understands me?
Now you're speaking in caw-caw.
Okay, so nobody understands what I just did. I just
Correct.
started, then I'll back up and say, young man, I've had a conversation with your friend Raven, and they say that you are in possession of a stolen artifact, and that it is in the bag right now. Now I realize that my friends here have been very considerate in phrasing their questions to give you a chance to decide what to do, and I apologize that I have maybe rushed this conversation, but I've done so because unfortunately there is not necessarily a lot of time for some very important things that this is related to. Now, I don't know why you did this, and since you still have it, I hope that it is not because of some threat or other mishap that would have convinced you to do this. But if you were to do the right thing and hand it over, we have been tasked with taking care of these items very specifically. They are dangerous, and they need to be protected. Now, none of us here will... Well, we will not bring any undue punishment more than perhaps your caretakers may because of your actions. But if you are willing and do not argue with us, I'm sure that everyone here, including your caretaker, will find that a very good-natured gesture, and it would go well for, well, let's just say it would go well for the world if you would kindly hand that over, please.
Make another persuasion check, Zavar.
See how this one does.
Can I
Still,
give him?
do I still have guidance, or is that a one-shot deal?
I think once
One.
you use it, it's
Okay, it's
gone.
one time.
But
That's fine.
Can I give him my
I
inspiration?
mean, technically,
sure.
You don't need to.
Oh,
technically, since I'm right
keep it
here,
for later.
I guess I could keep casting it, but I don't want to abuse the system.
On my own, I rolled a 25.
Okay.
good
Gosh.
job.
Nice.
Nice.
The boy, Zavar, as you're looking at him, you can tell that he is, as you were talking, getting more and more kind of alarmed. And eyes kind of darting back and forth, like around the group. As you finish, he looks up at Aiden, who's standing right there beside him, hands still kind of on his back, and just kind of like looks down. He looks back at you, Zavar. And will reach into his bag, and as he pulls out a time device.
I'll very carefully reach out my hands to take it from him. And we're in the room with just
You guys are like right at the top of the stairs,
In
is
a
what I'm
hallway,
imagining.
yeah.
Yeah, in a hallway.
Okay. What was the boy's name? I'm sorry.
Ellis.
Ellis.
And the other person is
Aiden is the
Aiden.
guy
he's
in
the-
charge
okay.
of the orphan of the
Okay.
charity
Headmaster-ish,
house.
sort of.
All right.
unofficial.
Thank you very much. Tegan, can I ask you for a favor? Would you care to ask Aiden some questions about other artifacts that may be around the area, down the hall, and we'll just have a nice little chat with us here by ourselves.
Right,
I ask you because you're the scary one. I want to
Eagles.
talk to this kid alone for just a minute.
Think it'll give Zavar a look like,
Like all of us leave
Okay.
Zavar?
I mean, you
Hey.
can all
Wanting-
stay here. I just want I want Aiden to leave for a minute.
I can't do that. I'm sorry, Zavar. I'm in charge of these kids. I mean, I can have another teacher step in, but I hope you understand. I trust y'all, but I'm responsible for him.
Well, that's fine. I'll take my chances. Is it Ellis?
Yeah.
Okay. Ellis, are you in trouble? Is that why you took this device? Is there anyone coercing you to do this? Is someone making you do this?
No. I just like to.
Okay. So you're not going to be hurt? No one is going to come after you now that we've taken it from you?
Kind of looks and just kind of like, no. I don't know what you think. You don't think that I'm big enough to take it just because I want to take it?
Oh, no, I do not mean to diminish your own free will there, youngster. I just want to make sure that if this was not your decision, that you will not be harmed because of this. So, I won't say you're good job being a tough young boy breaking in and stealing stuff, because that is wrong. But of course, happy that you think that you are man enough to make those decisions. Although I feel that your caretaker, your headmaster, may still have to have words with you about that.
Did you steal any other stuff, Ellis? Maybe. Were any of them like this object, Ellis? No, it was the only one. I don't see why I can't keep it. It's really cool looking. I got it. Aiden just kind of sighs. And kind of looks at the group and it's like, he's nothing like this, but he has stolen things before. It's something that we're actively working with him on. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Boys will be boys, will they not? Or so
It's
will
very
girls.
impressive. The sleep will say to Ellis.
Right?
It is very impressive.
I thought so. He'll be like, Ellis is a very strong mage. Very powerful. And we're still teaching how to use that power, right, Ellis? Yes. Sorry, I took your ball thing.
Oh, well, we accept your apology. And Ellis, with your training here, you could be a wonderful force for good for all the people around you. We hope to hear of your training and of the decisions you make on how to use your gifts. We may need to count on them someday.
Okay. All right.
Tegan's still Ellis. I want you to know you're special, and especially in this orphanage, you're protected, and you're a special mage. And I want you to know you did a very good thing here, because there are people out there who want to use this item against mages, and you did a very good thing.
Stealing it?
Just no,
Yes.
giving it to us.
That too.
He'll give a little smile to you asleep.
If it wasn't for your bird, we wouldn't know.
So now we take the bird.
Friend.
No, no.
But Ellis, just why did you go to the mayor's office?
I heard one of the guards talk about the item up there, and it sounded cool, and that they had a lot of items up there, but a friend can only carry one, and so that's the only one that we could grab. And I wish I could have got more. Kind of looks at Aiden quickly and looks back down. But
Inside check. I want to make sure that's
sure.
why he went to the mayor's office.
Okay, sure.
14. It's a night of 14s.
Yeah. Seems to be telling the truth. Seems to be just that simple. I want to try it out with friend. A new trick.
What trick was that? Or just see if it could do anything.
Friend. And the crow kind of looks at him and will turn into a flying beetle
Wow.
and then transform back into a raven.
That is amazing.
That is what I wanted to show. For those looking at Aiden, he looks impressed. He's like, oh,
Did you do that, Alice?
Negroni.
Or did your friend do that on his own?
Oh, I asked him to.
Newfound curiosity in the Raven.
That's for next campaign.
Yeah.
Aiden, okay, well, we'll talk about the other stuff that you stole later, Ellis, but I think that we're okay here. So I looked at the rest of you. So why don't you go on back to your class, okay?
Oh, 1 second. And Asleep will get down on his knee and like get down at exactly eye level with Ellis, and he'll open up his journal and pull out the raven feather and hand it to him, and Asleep will kind of lean forward and kind of whisper to Ellis and say, keep his feathers clean and get a bigger bag.
He'll smile and nod. And just kind of like quickly like glancing over Aiden will like, the smile will immediately kind of like, drop from his face. And he'll take the raven feather, kind of show it to friend and put it in his bag really quick and scuttle back to the class. And Aiden will wait until he closes the door and kind of like, sorry guys.
What
No.
a good kid.
That's amazing. Good Lord.
I have a whole building full of them, so yay me.
Can we go to
Yay.
your office real quick?
Sure. It's literally like you're right down the hall from it, so he just takes you in there and closes the door. Yeah, what can I do?
Well, I assume everyone went?
Yes.
Tegan will turn to Zavar. Can you let Caszeel identify that? We'll make sure it's the real McCoy.
Oh, yes, I was hoping that we would have an opportunity. I didn't want to drop it in the bag until we had. This is a wonderful place for it, and I'll hand it over.
Thank you.
It's one of two things.
You cast Identify, and Well, it has the same the right properties. This is very much, and Caszeel, you'll recognize it as very much the one that y'all created before. So it is
Yes.
usable, but definitely a little
It's
different
not the OG.
in style and stuff than the one
Mm.
than the
This one will work. This is the one that Pixrin and
gimbal.
oh my gosh, thank
Gimbal.
you, Gimbal put together. You can see in the craftsmanship it's a bit different, but it works. So
That means
It's-
there is still one in Relesk.
Thank you.
right. I'll pass it to whoever's gonna put it. I'll pass
I'll take it. Yeah, and then unless someone stops me, I'm gonna toss it in the bag to Nadranel.
Well, maybe you should. Well, the sleep will like tear out a note, just to let him know that that is the one you all made. Just
Put it in there afterwards. Great.
Yeah, like just before and then you're like, boop, and like, all right, dunk.
Okay. All right. Somewhere Nadranel's like gets the note and looks at it and is like, wait, what? And then like the it just hits him in the face.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, the note first, and
I
then
don't
the
see
dunk.
anything in here.
Yeah.
is that all?
How
Just
Looney Tunes of us.
knocks him down on the floor.
Clang.
Help! I'm falling and I can't get up.
Aiden will be like, well, I need to get back to a class. Don't need anything, just let me know. But happy traveling today. And he'll exit the office, leave the door open.
Thank you, Aiden. I will be in touch about my classes.
Oh, yeah, asleep. Absolutely. Just let me know. Go do your thing, maybe when you come back. Not tonight,
Fallen
maybe
remnant.
tomorrow.
I have a thing.
All right. Okay. So are y'all doing anything else with the charity house before you head out and start going north out of the city?
Taking a little turn to Caszeel and say facilities. They were right around the corner, right? I really breakfast is starting to weigh on me, so I need to find the facilities.
I'm sure.
Listen, I was trying to get y'all out of the city so that way Caszeel would be leaving.
I mean, that's fine too.
Okay,
I know.
okay.
I was just
This is Cazeel's
Thank
last
you.
bio break. He has
So-
Yeah.
So y'all get towards the exit, and Caszeel will kind of step off. Ingot will step off with him. Is there anything that y'all want to do? As this is it.
thinking we'll give Caszeel a hug if he's willing to accept it.
1000%. Oh, dang
And as we're hugging, I'll go, I would have picked your pocket, but you gave us everything.
I'll just burst out laughing just like that. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna miss you all, but you're my motivation. Greater even than say abstract notion of saving the world. I know it's important, but I just want to get back to you all. So, I guess as a parting gift, it only lasts for 10 minutes, but I wrote something that I hope you'll find inspiring. And I'll take the violin off my back and play a song and sing a song that's about a journey of, haphazard crew of people that came from different corners of the world, and put in some funny little anecdotes from our time together so far. And, how sometimes those paths diverge, but we're looking forward to meeting together in the end. Sort of like toss a coin to your Witcher energy, so it's a little upbeat,
Yeah.
but like
Nice.
hopefully inspiration for everyone for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you finish, I'll hand you my bottle to share a drink.
Oh, thank you.
He drinks it all.
Like half of it, like Thank you.
Anyway, I'll say that the inspiration that Caszeel gives you will last the rest of the day.
Aww.
Wow.
I'll stay in touch. You're all in my Rolodex, so
Yeah, we are.
I'll have to be silent once I'm in what I'm in. But as soon as I accomplish, God's be willing, what I'm setting out to do, I'll let you know.
Well, get out of here before we change our mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Be safe
Um,
and successful.
No,
I would say Zatara would give you a hug. Ingot
Okay.
to the group would just be like, bye.
I'm making out as a terrorist. She said
God.
We grab some buns and go. Yeah. Buddy.
Goodbye, Ingot.
No, Tegan
Have
will
fun.
thank Ingot for she doesn't have to come along and help us, so he will thank her.
Zatara, you mean?
No, Ingot's leaving with.
You leaving with Caszeel,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
she's
Oh,
like-
okay. Just thanking her so for the journey. So yeah, okay,
Mhm.
got you.
Okay.
I'm like,
No,
yeah,
Oliver.
yeah. Kind of give you like a hit in the shoulder.
Ow. Jokingly, he'll say, "Ow."
Nice.
And she'll just kind of wink at the rest of you, and there you go.
I'll just play the song softly as they walk away. Just echoing.
Bye.
All right.
I cast command to tell them to stay.
Drop that violin.
As
and
Sleep's
stay.
eyes turn red,
Just
Yeah.
and
Signal
the
say,
flame, the
suggestion.
flame on top of
As he-
his
as he-
head becomes a
yeah.
fire. As the entire
Dimension
city
door.
burns down.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Caszeel turns and goes,
Banishment.
I'll meet you. I'll meet you further on down the road, brother.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right. Well,
Tegan, are you my uncle?
and that's where we'll
You'll
take
never-
our bio break.
If I am, I'll never tell you.
Wow.
Awesome.
For those watching, we take
Tell the
a
truth.
10-minute bio break. So stay tuned, and we will be right back. And we're live. It's me, Stephanie.
I'm a GM
And-
now.
Stream taken down.
I'm a GM now. Look at me. Welcome back to another after break.
Part 2.
Wait,
Part
what?
2.
Yeah,
I don't
part
know.
two.
Outro.
I started in on something and it just went downhill from there.
Welcome to
back,
Penumbra
players.
Assembly Season 1.5.
Welcome back, players. Welcome back, viewers. So happy to have you. Let me get some music started. We definitely don't want that one. No. Oppressive gloom? No.
We don't need to add to that feeling any more than we already do.
We'll do uneasy music. All right. We are down a Caszeel. Let me take the little thing off of. Well, I can do that next time. Anyways, we're back, and y'all have just exited Relesk and are on your way out of away from the city. Unless there's something that you want to do during travel. Juniper, are you still trying to read your books and walk at the same time?
No, I think now
Now-
she's not avoiding the situation.
I guess the question is, are y'all walking?
Not
Oh,
by
we
another
had this
lizard.
discussion, didn't we?
Well,
Um,
whatever you
Did we
decided
have this
was not
discussion?
relayed to me. So, or I don't remember.
Is Renarius still with us?
Yes, Renarius is going to be still with you while Joe is gone. The part of Renarius will be played by bearded Stephanie.
We're gonna hold you to that every time.
I mean, well, wait. We have a magic carpet.
Yes, we
Yes.
got the. Somebody
That's some
must
of-
take. Someone must take the possession of the magic carpet.
I thought you did.
All right. Deacon's
Because Gerbil was in charge of it, and Gerbil gave everything to Tegan.
Oh, okay.
Unless
What-
he gave it to Caszeel, in which case Caszeel would have just given it to you.
Given it
anyway.
I
back.
saw it in Cazeel's inventory, so that's why I was wondering.
All right.
Um,
Unless he kept it, he better not.
Do you remember the size of the flying carpet that you have?
Hold on.
Oh,
hold on.
hold on.
It's yeah.
It was the biggest one.
The 800,
Um,
that carries 800 pounds, 30 feet flying
Uh,
speed, 6 foot by 9 foot.
Yes, 6x9. Yeah,
That's a-
that was it.
Because
Because I knew it was like, it wasn't enough for like all of us when we were a full party. Which I mean, did Zatara just go to the city edge to say goodbye to Caszeel, or is she traveling with us?
That would be up to y'all. I mean, she's staying, of course, with the party to help you, in the upcoming stuff. But she probably would have asked if you wanted her to come with or if you wanted her to stay behind, that she was fine either way.
So we just left Agnes alone.
Yeah, Agnes wouldn't have came unless you asked her to specifically. She would just
So-
stayed at the charity house.
Hmm.
Reading scary stories to the kids.
Great.
I mean, do we want to bring her?
No reason to endanger her unnecessarily.
Tell her to go protect Agnes and the magnificent mansion and the kids. Go inspire children.
She'll go back to the charity house. She's probably a little sad anyways. And very
Yeah.
withdrawn this morning.
So, Asleep will cast You'll see him open up a compartment in his chest that you didn't know he had.
Oh.
Pull out just a little like piece, and then he just like takes some fire from his head and just like throws it on the ground, and it's like a transformer, and it will turn into that cow thing I found
Oh, right.
last week.
So describe what this thing looks like, Asleep.
It looks just like the same metal as same metal and like components that Asleep's made out of, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's it's kind of like it has like a big hump on its back like a buffalo, but it has two long spirally horns, kind of like a goat or something in it, and but it's all like robotic and stuff, and you'll see like kind of coursing through it the same like blue flame on Asleep's head, and built in to its back is like kind of like a saddle shape. This is my horse.
Impressive.
It has a speed of 50 feet.
Rhaenyra's be like, okay.
I think he could give I think he's big enough for two.
Have you ever thought, Asleep, that might not be a horse?
I do not judge people on their bodies.
Fair. Right. So you say that two can get onto your mighty steed?
I'm assuming so. It's a large beast.
Okay. All right. Anyone getting one? I mean, if anything, I guess Rhaenyra's might.
It has 20 strength naturally. So
Well, yeah. Rhaenyra's would probably get onto the the beast, unless anyone else wanted to. Because I don't think that he has anything that can make him.
I think he has Phantom Steed.
He has
He was-
Phantom
he was
Steed.
Oh, he does have
Yeah,
Phantom
mentioned-
Steed, so he would call forth his steed then. As he's like looking at yours, he'll just, cast the magic for Phantom Steed and just have a steed appear. And get on his steed as well. This is my horse.
Are we unrolling the
Very
magic
good.
carpet too?
Yeah, you can
Or-
do the magic carpet as well.
Yes.
And that should be enough to carry all of you, I would say. The rest of you. Right.
Yes. Juni's
Okay.
very interested in not hoofing it or riding any bizarre creatures, and a magic carpet
Literally.
sounds amazing.
Literally hoofing it.
Yes. Literally hoofing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Magic carpet. She's whispering to the bottle, like, don't laugh. Don't laugh at this. Listen. I know you're a genie, and we're on a carpet. It's fine.
Rolling.
You can feel, you can hear, you can feel a metaphysical eye roll, Juniper.
I know.
Yeah.
But come on. You don't
Yeah.
want to ride on the cow horse. Trust me, this just looks better.
Yeah. All right. So we'll say that with your, let's see here, the steeds, can they go about 30 feet? Is that it for them?
No, because I think that would be pointless to ride steeds, because I think all of those movie speeds.
Yes. So what is
My
their
cow's 50 feet.
50
My cow's
feet?
50 feet.
Okay.
Nice.
I think Phantom Steed's probably.
You would Phantom Steed's like 100, I think.
Yeah, no, my cow's not very good, but I'm committed to the bit.
So with the carpet,
Yeah, the bed. Carpet's good for flying. It's not good for speed.
no, it's not good for
It's-
speed. I would give it, because y'all aren't going to be weighing 800 pounds, which is the carpet's capacity. 2, 3, maybe 400 pounds. So you're like half the weight, I would say, than what the capacity is for the carpet. I'll give it that it can go about 52, given that you're
Okay.
not completely weighing it down. At least for this instance of like needing to travel.
And
So that
Rhaenyra's
way
on
you're
this
not.
Ghost horse is just.
Yeah, Rainier.
And that's where we never see Rhaenyra's again. Just ride it off into the sunset.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew?
Yeah, who knew? All right, so yeah, I would say that with your steeds, with your carpet, that y'all get there. I mean, you were told it's a day's travel. You could definitely see how it could be that if you were walking. I'll go ahead and give you that. You get there probably around early, late day, early evening, probably like more like early evening. You can see that the sun is starting to go down, but it's not completely against the horizon line yet. You probably still have a couple of hours before dusk. And as you approach, there's really nothing around in between Relesk and heading north. Probably even, and who is navigating? Like, who's leading the pack? I guess I should ask that first.
I was trying to remember, and I can't.
I guess
remember.
Rhaenyra could, since he's a little bit faster.
Mhm.
Let me
That
pull
makes
up
sense.
his stats here.
It's a survival check.
Yeah, he has a +1.
Hmm.
Okay, he rolled an 18 total. So, Rhaenyra surprisingly takes lead and is seems to be able to guide y'all pretty well, or at least, and it's difficult to tell at first because you're not really passing anything. It's just a bunch of green trees. You can see trees off in the far distance. But as you get about probably 6 hours into your journey, you start to see ahead of you that you're approaching what you would assume was once a town. You see a dilapidated wall come into view around it that is only partially, well, it's still standing, but there are pieces of it that have fallen off, like from the top, so it's not as tall as it used to be, it seems like. You see buildings beyond the wall, but they seem, and I'm just saying from like a far enough distance, they seem strange. Like they seem like that they're not full buildings or full, constructions. As you get closer, I'm not going to make you roll for this. I would say that you would notice, I guess, to see how quickly you would see them. Why don't y'all make perception checks for me, please? Savara, what did you roll?
7.
Juniper?
11.
Tegan?
26.
Asleep?
12.
12? Okay. Tegan, with your eyes, I would say you're about 100 feet away when you see all of those parts of this town, or, kind of come into view that you're assuming is probably Old Relesk. But you also see 2 figures standing there, like by the wall, like by the entrance. The entrance is pretty evident. It's just part of the wall that's completely open that just leads into the town, it seems. But you do see a couple people, or a couple of figures there close to where the entrance is. Is there anything that you want to do to... You don't have to, but just asking.
Again, you said, what was it, like 2 hours before nightfall?
Yeah, at this point you're getting close to evening, not really, you're getting close to dusk, which is not, it's close to nightfall, but you would probably about 4 hours from nightfall completely.
Does any of this look familiar, Tegan?
I don't think
From your scrying?
Oh, from the scrying, yeah.
Because you saw a building.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell from like 100 feet away, Tegan. It'd probably be too difficult to tell if you recognize it from your scrying.
I will, I guess, since I had the carpet, I was flying it, so I'll set the carpet down.
Rhaenyra's would slow as steed, kind of keeping up, keeping in track of y'all.
And I will come up behind.
Right. And Tegan will explain, all right, we're about 100 feet away from the building. There's 2 people standing outside. Let me get a little closer and see what I can find out. I guess stay back here for now.
Tegan, wait. And I will cast guidance.
Okay. So, all right. And let me just make sure. Where is it? I know I have it. Where is it?
Where is it?
My cloak of invisibility.
You're wearing it.
Yeah, I'm wearing it, but it's not in my inventory. I don't know why. Unless I'm just missing it. Cloak of invisibility. Because I manually added it. It's not an official thing. So
Cloak of invisibility isn't official? Or you have special things to it, don't you?
let me check, because I didn't. Well, we could do that later. I added it manually. I was in a hurry.
Okay, it should be official. I'm
Okay.
sure it's an official thing.
So yeah, it lasts 2 hours. So, and it's had time to recharge. So yeah. So I'll invoke the cloak, as they say.
Okay.
And see it get a little close. The 100 feet shouldn't take that long. Should
Oh yeah, no.
yeah.
Okay. You are able to get close. Let me just double check a couple of these things here. Give me 1 second. Oh, not the right thing, Stephanie. Can you do your thing right? Let me see here.
And I am moving stealthily, of course.
You're moving stealthily. Perfect. I'm just taking a look here. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow. I'm just making sure that. Okay.
I guess while we're. Never mind. I'll wait.
You can whatever. What do you want to do?
Well, I'll wait for when Tegan comes back and gives us a report.
Okay. All right. I'm just checking some stats here. All right. So, yeah. As you get closer, Tegan, you of course are training your eyes on these two mages as you're walking towards them. They seem to it takes them a bit to kind of notice seem to notice something in the distance, which you're assuming is probably your group. The rest of the party standing back a ways. They seem to be kind of looking past you as you're walking towards them. And one of them disappears. I will say as you get closer to them, or within distance to where you can see what their like details, they are both wearing gray robes, and let me see here. Yeah, dark gray robes, with a symbol kind of embroidered on the front of the robes. They look like mage types. The embroidery is of. Did I share that? I might not have shared this with you yet. I will try to grab this and share it in chat somewhere. Where is that? Okay. Yeah, let me just pull up the Facebook group chat and I will put it in there for you. But for our listeners, except it's in white for the image that y'all are seeing, that y'all will pull up in the group chat. The embroidery's in white. And for our viewers, it's 9 elongated, 9 rectangles, vertical rectangles. You got 3 in one row, 3 in the next row, and 3 on the bottom row, forming this kind of square shape. The middle rectangle has a little circle inside of it that looks like possibly a door. There you go. But yeah, the one they don't seem to look at you, Tegan. I will say that. They don't seem to look at you, but it seems like they're looking past you at the group on the horizon. and they kind of like talk amongst themselves. You can't really hear them because you're not quite close enough, and then one will disappear and the other one will just kind of lean against the wall and just kind of watch out at the group.
Shit. Gotta buy some time. I'll look for a rock on the ground.
Okay.
Deacon's favorite trick. And throw a rock against like a wall that's not near the mage, but like 20 feet to left of the mage. That's still at the wall.
Okay.
Give him something to look at.
Okay. He looks.
And I'll start to make my way back to the group in a rather hurried but stealthful pace.
Okay. All right. You get to the group.
All right, get off the road.
Are you making yourself uninvisible, or are you staying invisible and whispering and saying this to them?
Invisible and whispering, thank you.
Okay. Right. See all his disjointed voice.
You guys were spotted. I think there's an invisible mage coming.
Oh no, not another one.
Yeah, another one. Does anyone have see invisibility?
Asleep upon hearing this, is just gonna grab Zavar by the shoulder, and you feel a little shock, and the little ring he gave you during our auction house heist
Mm-hmm.
glows.
Is it the warding one?
And I'm casting Warding Bond, so
Okay.
you get a +1 bonus to AC.
Thank you.
And you have +1 to AC and saving throws, and you're resistant to all damage. And every time you take damage, I take damage. So
Groovy.
and it lasts for an hour. I'm assuming you still have the ring he gave you. So
Womp womp, he sold it.
No, it's funny. I was looking at it earlier. I was like, I forgot what this is for. Now I remember.
So I was like, did I get married?
No, it was just a rock. Not that kind of rock either.
Also, I looked up Cazeel's ring, and it's not like a permanent +2 to AC. It's like you activate it. It has 10 charges. It lasts for an hour, and it's like a portable shield thing.
Ooh.
So it doesn't require attunement. So if one of you wanted to take that, just remember it requires you to activate it, and I think it can also cast Wall of Force. I don't know. I'll just copy what Caszeel had written.
What
I
a
think it's a
ring.
custom item. So, if someone just wants to take it, or if we don't want to fool with it until after this,
Yeah.
that's fine too.
Right.
I am, even though what Tegan's going to do is he's going to create some separation. Hopefully the group gets off. Tries to go into the woods, but he's going to listen really hard because even though you're invisible, you still make noise.
Should I get rid of my horse?
Don't want to tell you what to do, but it's
It
how
can
big is
attack. It's large. It's like I'm a giant robot, and I can ride on it.
Yeah.
It's a giant buffalo
The giant
thing.
buffalo.
But I mean, it can attack, but I can get rid of it. It's not stealthy. I don't really. It's definitely not stealthy. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, what are y'all doing?
I mean, I guess we could get off the road, and I will.
Okay. There's
I will
fields pretty
de-transform my cow.
much around. I mean, there are trees in the distance, but it's like another 100 feet away.
You know what? All right. As you know, so we're still 100 feet away from the wall, right?
Yes, correct.
So if you moved at the same pace I moved, I'm going to stay invisible,
Okay.
but I'm going to make a lot of noise in the woods.
So you
I'm going
you
to
went
step
the
on branches.
you went the 100 feet to the woods. It's 100
Well,
feet to the
I went back to
woods.
the group.
Yes.
Went back to the group.
It's 100 feet still to any woods.
Oh,
It's a pretty open area. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just jiggle your money bag or something.
Actually, I'm not making my cow disappear. I'm just going to tell him to walk the other direction. Because I can
So,
communicate with him
Y'all
telepathically for a
suddenly
mile.
hear this buffalo turn and just start walking away
Thump,
back
thump,
from
thump.
where you came from.
I can
You know what?
communicate with it for a mile.
This is crazy and might get me killed. But no, I won't go in the forest. I'll let them go into the forest, right? Or at least attempt to get to the forest if that's what
Okay.
they're doing. I'll stay on the road, invisible. Start whistling.
Okay.
Basically, I want to draw this idiot's attention,
You
but he
want the
can't see
cow
me,
there?
so he's going to have to figure out what to do. I'm going to put the ball in his court, so to speak.
Okay. All right. Let me just try to. Where did I have that? Okay. Let me just see what this does here. Oh. Well, Tegan, make a perception check for me, please.
Sure.
You have guidance still.
Ooh,
Never mind, you don't need it.
natural 20 plus 9, 29.
Okay, I will say, Tegan, you don't hear any footsteps. You don't hear any rustling
Okay.
around you, or even within earshot.
You can hear the grasshopper sneezing a mile away.
Squirrel fart.
Yeah, you don't. So you're just
Blackberry.
standing there
Blackberry.
whistling.
Knock it off.
The rest of you, what are you? Are you the rest of you just standing there as well, or? Okay. They're in a group.
I thought we were hiding.
Well,
Mhm.
I mean, there's not that much to hide
Well,
unless
they
you
can't
move
get-
100 feet to the forest, which you can.
Okay.
Are we doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
Judy
Alright.
will
Okay.
we'll make
To
a dash for it.
Okay.
To the forest.
The rest of you go towards the forest. Tegan, you're standing out there on the road by yourself, invisible, whistling. How long are you doing this for?
Enough to get them into the forest. So
Okay.
like 20 seconds.
Okay. You still don't see or yeah. Nothing's changed since they've gotten to the forest.
Okay, I'll stop whistling and head into the forest to meet up with them.
Okay, you go over and meet up with them.
I don't know, maybe he didn't follow. But he's probably, if he didn't follow, he's still maybe at the wall with his buddy. Because
Did
the
I call
forest,
back my horse?
not just yet. where Old Relesk and these buildings start, does the forest come up to that, or is it open area?
You know-
does the forest break before we get to the wall, to the Old Relesk?
There is a small break in the forest, but if you gap that, and that's probably about 50 feet away from you, and so 50 feet away from the city. If you gap that, if you cross that gap in the forest, you could probably take the next forest over up to Old Relesk if you wanted to. Just to remind you that you did see, even though dilapidated, a wall around the city.
I'll describe that situation to them.
Okay.
That we got a break, but there's still more forest before the wall, so we can risk the break in the forest and get to the wall of the city.
That seems.
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it.
Okay.
Do you want me to send my steed to distract them?
That's an interesting idea.
I can communicate with him for up to a mile.
Wow, that's impressive for sleep, I have to say. Maybe, as we come up to the break, have your steed approach them from the road, and that'll be our opportunity to go through the break in the forest.
You
Sort
see
of
him
a
cock his head, and the flame flicker a little, and then you kind of hear Trodden just I'm picturing the rhino in Jumanji that was always at the end of the stampede. Just
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So y'all move through the forest, 50 feet up to this gap. Asleep, that's when you send your rhino. Describe that for me.
I'll just kind of send him up the road.
Okay, towards the town.
Towards the town, just straight through the door.
Okay.
Trying to think. They have extinctive bond. I'm trying to think when. Oh yeah, okay. So it's we have the same mind kind of thing.
Oh.
Because it says you have an extinctive bond with it that allows you to fight as a seamless unit while mounted. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I was trying to think if I can command it to attack. I don't know if I can. That might be greater. Find greater steed. This is just plain old fine steed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But I still can communicate him. So I hope just go
down the road
there
towards the town. Does it stop, or does it go just straight in to the town?
I'd probably come in just to kind of keep on just going down the road, and then maybe circle back if it sees anybody.
Well, it would see the maid. So it goes towards the town, and you can watch it.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it kind of goes towards the town. It sees the mage that's still standing by the entrance. Do you tell it to keep going?
Actually, I'll say it stops, and I'll just have it stare at the mage.
Okay. Y'all can see the mage just kind of look at this, and it will start to back up, but staying against the wall of the city, or of the town, I mean. As it backs up, does the buffalo follow it? Follow the mage? The mage is backing away from it.
Yes, it would follow.
Okay. This goes on. And yeah, let's see here. I'm just trying to see something.
Okay. I just googled. I can make it attack if I want to. So Asleep, do
Okay.
you want me to command it to gore him? Or just follow him around?
Let's be annoying. Follow him around.
Okay.
And as that guard like keeps backing up, I'm sure that if I see that he's paying attention to his steed, I'll like tell encourage the others. Come on, this is our chance. And
Okay.
make a break through make a run through, not a run, but a quick
Yeah.
paced,
Okay. Yeah, I would say
To
that
the
you're able to make it through across that, the space in the forest to the other forest that kind of goes alongside the wall that is on the outside of the town. As y'all get to the other side, to the forest, if you look over, you can see that the buffalo is still chasing the mage, and the mage is now running in the opposite direction from you.
If he starts running, I'll have him pick up speed.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
So they go away from the entrance. So now, as far as you can tell, there is nothing else there.
I still don't know where his buddy is, but
You have a clear area coming from the forest. You can go along that wall right to the entrance into the town.
We should risk it.
From
Okay.
here, I can say that you can definitely tell that the wall is dilapidated up top, and then there are some not inconsistencies, but weaker points in the wall here and there. It's definitely older. You're probably even... Make a perception check for me, please.
All of us?
Yes.
Taking use of guidance if you haven't used it.
okay. I rolled a 25.
Okay. Zavar, what did you roll?
21.
And Juniper?
16, but I think
Nice.
I think I'm gonna add my inspiration bonus just
Yeah, just to use it.
yeah. So that's another 5, so 21.
Okay. And Asleep?
11.
Okay. So everyone but Asleep would notice that where the wall is dilapidated, and you noticed that before on the front part of the town, because the wall kind of goes in like looks like maybe a square rectangle shape around the town. On this right side where y'all are in the forest at right now, you can see that as the forest leads up to that wall, and leads up to that right side of that square, that the wall is a little bit more dilapidated on this side, almost to the point that you can get in. And you'll also notice that there are a lot of graves here in this little patch of forest. And again, the wall is so dilapidated on the side that you could probably go through it.
Are they fresh?
Oh, no. With your high perception check, I would say all three of you would be able to notice that they do not look fresh. No, they look at least a few decades old, probably.
Okay, it's like the town graveyard.
It would seem. You would assume.
All right. Point out the gap and
Probably see some
Shimmy up.
remnants of like a fence around the graves.
Good enough.
let's see what we can find.
Making sure to put my mask on.
Okay. All right. You're able to, if you want to, I would say you're able to find a cloth or something in your bag to tie around. I mean, you've journeyed enough. Okay.
The sleep still has the original stinky ones.
Oh no.
He'll wrap it around his.
Ah,
You know what?
He doesn't have a nose.
Yeah, but we do.
we do.
Yeah, Tegan will mask up as
Do
well.
none of you have prestidigitation?
And of course, being a rogue, he has plenty of mask.
That's a wizard
course.
thing.
Of course.
I think magic person can learn prestidigitation.
Useless.
As y'all enter in this dilapidated kind of rundown part of the wall, and you step over a few bricks to get into the town, you can definitely tell now that this town looks about as run down and old as the graves outside that you just passed. The buildings are still there, and it's not that big, it's about decent town. It's not that big of a town. More probably closer to a village than town. But the houses that were made of brick and some of wood have kind of came down in some areas. Mostly still upstanding, but it almost, is still standing full. But there are definitely parts that have fell in. And if they haven't, they look like that they could go any day. As you step in through a couple of buildings, you'll have to walk over, or you'll see a couple of 2 or 3 dead bodies here.
Is anybody around? That can't see anybody. Like, if there's nobody around, I'll check the dead bodies.
No, you don't see anyone around.
All right, so I'll just quickly go and check the. See if I can, just give them a quick pat down, see what's going on with them.
They're all laying face down. Do you move them in any way?
Sure, I'll turn the first one over.
You turn the first one over, and as you kind of kneel down to do this, Deegan, even before you turn it over, you see just kind of weird striations on the back of its neck. And as you turn it over, you're almost aghast with, like, this body looks like it's been dead for, again, decades. Face is barely there. Teeth showing. Part of the ear gone, and part of the jaw, like, almost completely, gnawed through.
Okay,
Just-
go ahead.
They just left the bodies. No one ever came back to take care of anything. They just left the dead.
Do you want to make an investigation check for me, Tegan, since you're there?
Okay, investigation. Seven. Guidance is a D4, so that's not going to help too much. What's my inspiration for Caszeel? D10.
Oh yes, a D10. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll that. Three for 10.
Wow.
Womp womp.
Well, so that'll be my roll.
So what?
A 10.
A 10?
Investigation.
I would say that you can see that there are wounds, like that this body that you're looking at currently has been stabbed and maybe even an arrow shot through it.
Okay. If they haven't already, if the group's nearby, everybody's nearby. When I scried on the Scarf and Kazim, they were fighting undead. These may be the villagers, but I think someone has risen them. And that's what they were fighting. Maybe more about, so just be... Maybe there's those mages at the gate. There may be more. Be alert.
Okay.
And Tegan will start suddenly thinking to himself, and does anyone... This all could be in vain. Does anyone have like a spell that can help us find something?
What kind of something?
Like our artifact thing. There's one here.
I can.
Oh.
And Asleep will cast locate object.
Oh, you got that? Good, cool.
Okay.
I'm now all out of second level spells.
Your steed was a second level?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you've seen this object. I'm guessing you're trying to find
I'm guessing he meant the artifact, the device,
artifact,
time device, right?
The time device.
I would imagine Asleep is pretty familiar what those look like are now. And also, I'm pretty sure that wasn't anything Mickey downloaded. But I can only sense it in 1,000 feet radius. But
Asleep. You don't sense anything.
I'm not sensing anything right here. But I can keep it up for 10 minutes.
How far away can you locate something with that?
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet.
How?
Well, that's helpful. We'll just need to keep moving.
Yeah.
You said this town was more like a village.
About village
It's not like so
size.
small that it's not small enough to fit within 1,000 feet.
It's
right?
probably a little bit bigger than 1,000 feet. Yeah. At least
Yeah,
the
let's keep moving.
part that's still up, around.
I will
Could last
I
for
will
10
keep
minutes.
it up
Yeah.
until I have to concentrate on something else. Or 10
Mhm.
minutes.
Okay.
Either or.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Which
Tegan
boarding bond is not concentration, so that's still up.
Okay.
But I can't
Good.
give anyone guidance anymore. So. And Tegan, the one you had's gone. So.
Right, I used it. Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't use it, but your concentration broke, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, also guidance only lasts a minute anyways. So.
Oh, yeah, so yeah. We're well past that, yeah. All right, Tegan will move on.
Okay.
Just looking. Checking, looking, paying attention for
Okay.
anything.
All right. So you're just kind of continuing on through the buildings, or through like this alleyway that you're kind of moving through that goes past a few sets of buildings, a couple, 2 or 3 like smaller streets. The others on the small side. You do pass probably about 4 more bodies that seem to be similar to the bodies that you found when you came over the wall. But it does seem like ahead, a couple of streets ahead, that it does seem to kind of open up into something a little bit larger, and not just another alleyway. Do you go straight to that?
Yeah, start heading for that, but hugging buildings as we go.
Sure. All right, you get to that opening. Asleep, you're keeping your spell up, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Tegan, you're leading the pack, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so you get to that opening. You see that it opens up into this pretty large town square that seems to be kind of in the middle of the town. There's an old fountain in the middle that looks run down and dilapidated. Completely dry, of course. Weeds growing out of it. And just in general, like you can tell that some of the forest has kind of moved in on this town a bit. Weeds growing through the cobblestone here and there. But that's what you see before you if you don't go just directly out into it. I would say if you're looking around in this area completely, to your left, you would see that down quite a few streets is that open gate. Probably about 100, probably like 100 feet, probably like 80 feet away, probably.
Mm-hmm.
To your right, about another 80 or 90 feet, looks like a larger building that almost seems to be a little bit more, like you'll see some, even at this distance, you can tell that some wood, some like planks have been nailed into like, some areas. It looks like that it's been at least partially upkept. It still looks very, very rough and old, same age as the rest of the buildings, but looks like it's been upkept a bit. But you don't see anyone in the square. You probably would see a few more bodies, kind of more off to the sides.
Okay. I'll turn to the others. All right, one at a time. I'll go first. Because I'm still invisible.
Mhm.
So.
Okay.
And I'll head towards that building that looks like it's had some activity.
Okay. All right.
Real quick, is my buffalo still just chasing that poor guy?
I mean, can you
Or is he
tell?
circling back around? I mean, if they're within a mile.
Like you can feel? You can
Yeah, I'm
sense it?
telepathically bonded to the steed, so I can check in and see what it's doing.
It would have started
And
circling
command it.
back for sure.
I'll pass on that knowledge.
Okay.
He is circling back. Buffalo is still in pursuit.
We may need him.
Asleep, what are you doing? Where are you at?
I imagine Asleep would try to. I mean, Tegan's invisible, but he would probably try to be behind, like be the next one in the. Unless someone else wants to. Unless
Okay.
someone tells him to, like, bring up the rear or something.
Okay. So as Tegan starts to walk out, from what his instruction, you can't see him, of course. You are pretty sure he's walking out there, and you kind of step up to kind of look around this open area. I closed it out, didn't I? Didn't I? You would get a kind of, you would get this kind of like ping in your brain, Asleep, of something directly towards the building to the right, that's about 90 feet away, that kind of more upkept building. And you would assume that this is from your locate object spell.
I'll Tegan.
I'll circle back if I hear him.
Sure, you can hear him.
And I'll say as soon as you look at, you see the little candle flame on his head. It as if there's wind blowing. It's like pointing at the at the
I love
house.
it.
I just felt a ping. There is a artifact in that building.
Great. And you know what? This is a good idea, but this hurts you guys more than it protects me. So I'll drop the hood on the cloak
Okay.
and drop invisibility.
All
'Cause
right.
We're all facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. All right, let's head for it. Careful. Oh, and with that, thinking of that, I will cast while we're all standing there. Is that a first? No, it's a second level. Pass without a trace.
Ooh.
So everybody has a plus 10 on their stealth checks.
Ooh.
For how long? I think it lasts a while.
I think it's like 10 hours. or
1
something.
hour. 1 hour.
1 hour.
Okay.
That was close.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
110. What's the difference?
Eh,
We're all rich now.
Tegan, since is there any chance that you might know the people involved with this? I guess, do we need to not kill everyone? In defense, just
Should
can
we
you tell
kill
us?
everyone?
We'll try to talk to him first, but we're here for the artifact. Everything else is up for grabs.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Hopefully we can talk him out of it.
Either
All
that
right.
or we talk with our fists.
If it comes to that, it comes to that.
Okay. I didn't. If there's someone in there that you know, let us know before it's too late, right?
I'll give him, from my past, I'll give him the opportunity. That's the least I can offer. But after that, he's fair game.
Understood.
Let's
Alright.
go.
Shall we?
Let's
Right,
approach the
y'all.
building stealthily.
Sure, sure.
Tippy toe.
Yeah. Plus 10
As-
stealthily.
As y'all step towards the building, and you get within 60 feet and then 50 feet, you start hearing this shuffling,
Shambling.
and kind of like these things, like a brick moving, and like a shuffling of a shoe.
Can I look that direction?
You what? Are you looking
Can I
the
look that
direction?
direction?
Yeah, you can look in that direction, and you see something kind of peek around the corner of a building, and then you hear it from another direction. And as you start looking, you start seeing these creatures, humanoid, moving out into this open area. 1, then 2, and 4, and 6. Zombies start to surround you. And that's what will end tonight's session.
Brains.
Yeah, they picked the wrong party for that one.
All right.
Well done. Well done.
All right. Thank you, players. Thank you, viewers,
Mm.
again.
Thank you, DM.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Glad to be your bearded DM tonight. All right. So, you've been watching The Forsaken, which is every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on Madbird Streams. We're getting into the final row of this campaign. So yeah, stay tuned for every hot and spicy minute. If we have any of our raiders still around, thank you so much, the Voctair and Diesel Shot, for your raids. We appreciate y'all so much. And let me throw up our schedule here.
Do we have more content on this channel, Stephanie?
Well, yes, we do, Mason. I'm so glad that you
There's
asked.
only Forsaken.
So actually tomorrow, which isn't on the schedule here, so I'm just going to take this down for a second. Tomorrow on Tuesday, starting tomorrow on the 6th of December, at 9 p.m. Eastern time, not at 10. We have a new campaign starting that Dan is DMing called Sundered Fate. It's a D&D 5e homebrew campaign that Dan himself created the world for. Super excited. It's a Dan's DMing. Tasha, if you know her from Curious Lament or Obsidian Scar, is going to be in it, as well as a lot of cool other people. I'm so excited to watch it. But yeah, tune in tomorrow night. And from there on after, because it'll be a weekly D&D program. So, and then also, let me throw up the schedule once again. Wednesday's Penumbra Assembly on hiatus right now until season 2 starts in about March of next year in 2023. Paint by Minis isn't on the schedule, but it's usually on Thursdays, but it's on hiatus until January because of the holidays. Saturday in Extremis is from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Time. Another D&D 5e campaign. And the Obsidian Scars on hiatus until for a few months. So that's it. That's all we got. And sometimes you should definitely join our Discord. There's a link down below. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you should check our Twitch channel or our website, madbirdstreams.com, for not only merch, but also the link to the Discord channel, because we're starting new community stuff in the Discord. So it's going to be a super fun time. So we're trying to build that part of the family of the streaming community, playing games and having watch-alongs and that sort of thing. I don't have anyone to raid over to, so we're just gonna go and end it here. But appreciate y'all so much, and we'll see you next time on The Forsaken. All right, bye.